Hey there Stitches, welcome to Flosstube number 5. I think it is the 8th of November, I know that for sure. And oh boy do I have a lot to show you today. But first, if you're new, hi, I'm Goblin, your new favourite non-binary cross-stitcher. And if you're coming back, welcome back. How have you been? Yeah, so grab a drink, grab yourself a little drinky drink. Grab yourself a snack, maybe get you stitching. I was thinking of maybe doing like if you do 100 stitches while watching my video, comment down below and then I'll put like a thing at the end that has everyone's names on who did 100 stitches. I think that could be pretty cute. I don't know, let me know in the comments what you think. I just like to be engaged with you all, you know, I like to see what you guys are doing too. I follow quite a few of you on Instagram. If anybody's followed me, I follow a lot of you back, but anyway, I digress. We've got a lot to go through today. Sorry if the angle's a bit off. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want to set things up, but this is okay. Nothing's being cut off at the top or anything, and that's all that really matters. So I have two finishes for you today. So excited. I'm gonna start with my boyfriend's Christmas present because I know that, well, I'm pretty sure he just skips to the timestamp that I give him, which is fine. But I want to make sure that he's seeing as much of the video as possible because I get him to give me feedback. So it's done. I'm so happy with this, gang. Like, it is done. I've signed it, put the year on it. It's obviously backwards, but I bought this hoop to put it in from my local haberdashery. I just brought the finished like sewing down to see what size I needed because I didn't have a tape measure, but yeah, it's done. I'm so excited to give it to him for Christmas, but I've still got another, month and a half to wait, but it's fine. The back, is actually not too bad. I'm actually quite happy with that. It's quite neat. But yeah, all done, all cute, finished. So this was actually technically my second finish of the last couple of weeks because my first finish was Flamingo Bells. Y'all know I love this. I finished it as like a plushy, what's the word? Like a Christmas ornament to hang on the tree or wherever. I'm super happy with the stitching. I did make a little mistake, but I'm sure you probably can't tell. Very cute. And then I put the backing from the fat quarters that I bought a few weeks ago. If you want to see that, I think it's in Flosstube 3 or 2. I don't remember, but and then I had this all ready for like making Christmas cards. Probably should have put it the other way so that the Christmas trees were the right way up on that side, but it's fine. I hand sewed it because I don't own a sewing machine. My mum does. I think it's up at my grandma's, but I just decided to hand finish it because I wanted to get it done. I also put 2020 at the bottom there, but you can't really see it too good. But I just wanted to 2022, not 2020. I just wanted like some kind of record when I finished it, But it's done, and I use filling, which is all going to be in the haul in a minute. But yeah, I'm really happy with it, and I cannot wait to give it to my mum. I think I'm going to give it to her on like the 1st of December because, well, what's the point of waiting until Christmas Day, Or maybe when we put the Christmas tree up. I don't know, but it is so pretty, and I love her. So yeah, those are my 2 finishes. Wowie, 2. Amazing. I'm not happy with this angle, but I'm not gonna try and fix it. I don't have the energy for that today. It's a fairly low energy day today. I was back at work. I'll tell you everything in the life updates, but yeah, so we'll move on to whips. So I have a new start because since I finished those 2, my rotation for like upstairs objects basically was those 2 and then the Harry Potter. So since then I just started going hard on the Harry Potter, and my brain was like, we cannot do this anymore. So I decided to start this little gingerbread fella. I'm not 100% sure on the colours because I'm using the leftover week's dye works that I had from Flamingo Bells, as well as this brown here is DMC. It calls for all DMC, but I thought it would look cute with the dye works, like the overdyed flosses and variegation and stuff, but not 100% sure. I don't know. I think he's gonna turn out cute. It's from the World in Stitches, I think it's called. I mentioned them in my whip parade at the beginning, the first video. Basically, I ordered like two different kits from them, and they sent, not only did they send a whole extra kit, they also sent on the back of the invoice was a free pattern. Well, it's technically 4 free patterns. It was this little gingerbread man, I think a little gingerbread house, and then 2 other things. It was like 4 little gingerbread things, and they recommended finishing them as Christmas ornaments, and I thought adorable. So in between working on Harry Potter, I'm going to be working on that, potentially to get done by Christmas. If I don't get it done by Christmas, I can just put it away and finish it next Christmas, because I counted my whips the other day and I've got about 8, but one of those has gone to the never finished pile, which is fine. I might go back to it at some point, but right now it's in the I don't want to look at you anymore pile. But yeah, so new start, cute. He's just a little guy. And then we've got the Harry Potter, which I've done so much on. Let me just take my needle winder and put it somewhere where it's not in the way. So, wowee. I'll put a picture here of what it looked like last time, so you can have a little side by side. I've also like whip stitched, I think that is, around most of the outside, stop it from fraying, because although I think I've got enough border around the outside for the actual design, I wasn't sure about framing, because I've never framed a piece before. This will be my first ever, like, would you call it a hard finish? This will be a soft finish, right? So that will be a hard finish? I don't know. But I'm going to frame it. I've only ever done hoops before that, so I've done a lot. I've almost finished the little snaky section. I've literally just got to do its tongue, its eye, its teeth, and then the rest of the green on the outside, and his little tummy here, or his little side. Almost finished the this fella, what are they called? Lion. Gotta finish the mane, a tiny little bit up here as well, and then the body, and then the eye. Oh no, I think the eye is done. No, it's not. Lol. Almost finished the middle crest also, and then I've got the badger and the bird. And then I've started on the thing at the top. I was going to say Hogwarts, so I've done 2 H's so far. Wowee. But I think I've done quite a bit on this, actually. This was my travel project for a while, but I'm swapping it back out for Morgan's Christmas present. So Morgan, if you're watching this, which I don't think you are, but you might be, skip to the timestamp I've put below. And if you're not Morgan, here's a picture of what it looked like last time. I've done quite a bit, so I've moved it. There's a bunch of stuff down here that you can't see at the moment, but so I've got quite a bit of the cat done. This is, I think this whole row is done. This, I just need to finish off this top part, because they're all just half stitches at the moment, like 10 stitch. And then I've got a few more leaves to do on here. I think there's a little bit left to do at the bottom, but other than that, will be done very soon. And then I will just do the back stitching, and then that'll be finished. I'm going to put some material around it that I showed, the fat quarters that I showed a few videos ago, and then he'll be done. We're getting there, to be honest, with my Christmas presents. I've got that one, my grandma's, which I haven't worked on this week, and then the Harry Potter, and then I'm done. Hopefully I'll get it all done before Christmas. It doesn't matter if I don't get the gingerbread man done, because again I can just move it to next time. But yeah, we're getting there, gang. We're getting there. Now we have haul. My boyfriend took me to Hobbycraft, even though I said is there a hobby craft around here? I don't want to go because I'll buy things, but is there one around here? And he was like, yes. And then the next thing I know, we're in the car going to Hobbycraft. So yeah, I only actually spent £10. I got 3 things. I don't think that's bad. And I signed up and got a 15% off voucher, like signed up to the little like reward scheme thing, and I may have spent that. But what I bought hasn't come yet, so yeah. I try not to buy things unless I need them. So like I bought the hoop for my boyfriend's Christmas present, and then I also needed the stuffing. But like as a general rule, I try not to buy things because I don't want to be one of those people who's got more projects than I have years left in my life. I know I'm only 24 and I have to be going quite a while, but also you never know. So I got obviously this stuffing. It's just the soft toy filling. I think it was like £2 or something. You get loads. So I see lots of soft finishes in my future. So that was exciting. It took me ages to find that, let me tell you. I also got a plastic hoop. This is literally just for working on, because I'm using a hoop for the Harry Potter project, because basically it has this like up here and down here, if that makes any sense. So like when they go together, they don't like come apart. So you know when you're using a wood hoop and it just like slides out and it's not tight anymore, hate that. Like my project's tight, which is like why I like the Q-snap, but I only have one Q-snap and they're quite expensive, and this was like £1 or something, I don't know. But so I got this mostly just, well not even mostly, literally just for working in, because sometimes you want to work in a hoop, you know. And then I got this tiny little fox kit because I love foxes. Foxes are one of my favourite animals. They're not my favourite animal, but they're not going to be doing a African painted dog kit anytime soon. So I absolutely love foxes, so I had to get this tiny little kit. It comes with, I'm trying to not show any of the chart, but it comes with literally everything that you need. The chart, needle, teeny tiny little bit of Ada, it says on the front, and all the floss. So that is very cute. Love foxes. I might do that. That might be my Christmas project that I start on Christmas Eve and finish around the same time. Hopefully, I don't think it'll take me long at all. And then I also got a little tape measure from the haberdashery when I was getting the hoop, because I didn't have one. Probably need one, you know. I've just been using like the family one, and I forget to take it back downstairs, and then Mum was like, where's the tape measure? And it's just like a whole thing. So I got my own, and that's everything that I bought. Oh no, it's not. I also got my first ever Heaven and Earth Designs pattern, because I've been looking at them and I'm like, not really for me. Like, I'm more of a like non-traditional cross stitcher, if that makes sense. The word is modern. I'm more of a modern cross stitcher. But I saw, I'll put a picture of it here, probably, or maybe even here. Ooh. It's a stocking by Amy Stewart, because I saw a few people are doing Amy Stewart designs, and I'm like, actually those are really pretty. So it's got a little fox on it. We all know my feelings on foxes. I'm not going to even bother starting that this year. I've got quite a lot of the flosses that I need. I need to order some linen. I've never stitched on linen before, so I'm scared. If anybody has any tips, because I see a lot of people who like stitch them 2/1, and I think I know what that means. You stitch the one hole and then you go over it with 2, but I don't know if that's the best way to do this design. I'm assuming it is, or should I do it 1/1? If anybody knows, please. Maybe even 2/2. I don't know. I did join a Heaven and Earth Designs like Facebook group, so I'm gonna ask in there. But I'll link it below if anybody's curious. But I'll also put the link to the pan. Yeah, trying to figure it out, because it does say like use 2 strands, which is fine, cool, but I need to figure out what the best way to actually stitch it is before I start. I'm gonna order easy count linen for it because I've never done anything on linen before and I make a lot of mistakes, so easy count it is. So that's everything I bought, minus the things that haven't come yet. And then I've got some things coming in the post, but they'll be next time. And well, you know, it was payday weekend. Money isn't real on payday weekend. So next, I want to talk about my other hobbies, because you all know I cross stitch, but you also don't know anything else about me. Well, I'm sure you do, but I've got other hobbies. So, one moment. So, my other hobbies. I've written 3 things down. I'm a much more 3-dimensional person than that, but yeah. So, first of all, I read quite a lot. I tend to read on my breaks at work and sometimes when I'm on the train to see my boyfriend, because as I mentioned before, we are like long distance. It takes me like a couple of hours to get there on the train, so I will either cross stitch or I will read. At the moment I'm reading Good Girl's Guide to Being a Dick. I can't remember who wrote it, but basically I'm going through all of my bookshelf and trying to read all the books that I already own so that I'm not spending money on more, and then once I've read them they go to the charity shop. I've got loads of Karen Rose and Karen Slaughter books from my mum that I want to read, but she hasn't got all of them, and they're kind of like, they carry on from each other sometimes, so they'll like reference things that have happened in past books. So I want to find the first one of them all before I like start reading those. But yeah, they're like crime books. I'm getting quite into them at the moment because I've read a couple of the ones that my mum's read. I've got quite a lot of self-help books on my bookshelf that people have given me, and then I also read all the Heartstopper books, like the graphic novels. I absolutely love them. I really love that author, and my favourite author is Richard Osman. Oh my god, the Thursday Radar Club books are my absolute favourite. My little old crime-solving people, I would literally die for them, because then they could solve my murder. I love them. I think Joyce is probably my favourite, but I love them all. Love them all. She got a dog at the end of the second book. Spoilers, sorry, but I can't wait to read the third one once it comes out in paperback, because obviously because I read a lot at work or on the go, I don't want to get hardbacks. That's hefty, lots to carry, you know? But they kind of got me into crime books, and then I read some of my mum's and I was like, okay, good. Before that I read mostly like YA. I've read the first Call the Midwife book. I need to get the second and the third. Quite excited about that. I really enjoyed the first one because I love Call the Midwife, the TV show. British people will understand, Americans probably not so much, but I love it. I cry at pretty much every episode, you know? But yeah, I've gotten into reading more so this year. I think I've read about 12 books this year, maybe 13, which sounds like a lot, but like I said, I read the Heartstopper graphic novels, so they were obviously, they took me like half an hour each. But they're amazing. I haven't watched the TV show yet, but I probably will now that I've finished the books, but I'm not sure because I don't really watch things on my own. I tend to just put YouTube on, but yeah, I'll figure it out. The episodes are only like half an hour each, so maybe I'll do it. Music. I mentioned quite a few times that I go to gigs, but that's like a huge part of my social life. I love pop punk, ska punk, third wave ska, and just stuff that is like adjacent to that, if that makes sense. My favourite band is Patent Pending. I mentioned them in another video coming up. I love them. I haven't seen them in like 3 years now. That's so sad because they used to tour the UK every year, or I've been to America a couple of times to see them, like literally just to see them. I love them. I highly doubt they're watching this, but Joe, Corey, Robbie, Anthony, if you're watching this, hi, love you, miss you. Hopefully they'll come back to the UK soon, fingers crossed, because if not, I'm going to have to take a trip over to America to see them, because I miss them. And I also run their fan club on Facebook, like their group. Me and my friend, we're the admins of that. I made the group and then I added them as an admin because they do a lot of like the social side of it. Like they've organised loads of Zoom calls for us. They are absolutely amazing. Sigh, doubt that you're watching this either, but I love you. We're organising our third double New Year's extravaganza, which is basically a Zoom call where we celebrate New Year here in the UK and then also in another country. It started the first year, which was 2020 to 2021. We did here in America, and at like an hour before American New Year, I was like, guys, I can't do this anymore. I need to go to bed. And everyone was like, no, please. And Robert Augusta was like, just let him sleep. So I failed first year. And then the second year, I don't remember what country we did, but we did the UK and then another country, obviously. I don't remember, but that was a lot of fun. Every time someone joined the Zoom call, we'd be like, Happy New Year! We'd start like counting down. It was hilarious. But yeah, I love my friends, my patent pending friends, the second family. I have a few ideas for patent pending related cross stitches to do. I've got like a free DMC pattern that's like a rocket ship, and rocket ships are like heavily like associated with patent pending. I've got 2 patent pending tattoos. Like, your boy lives for that band. But I also like the man. I love the man. Zebrahead, or Zebrahead, if you're wrong. Sorry, love you guys. Obviously my boyfriend's in a band, so I go see his band. We've got, I mentioned that in my last video and I linked their Spotify. I'll probably link it again. I might just link, like, I have a playlist. It's got a bunch of stuff that I listen to that I think other people would like, so I might link that. And then yeah, I go to Slam Dunk Festival North every year. It is my happy place. I love Slam Dunk Festival. I've got quite a few gigs coming up. I'm going to see the 900, who are Tony Hawk's pro skater, a cover band. Who else? Well, I'm going to see Yumi at 6 next year. I saw them supporting Bring Me the Horizon last year. I'm not super fussed about them, but the Main and Water Parks are supporting, and oh boy, am I excited. I got Blink tickets. Yes, I know, I'm rich. I got Blink tickets. It was stressful, honestly, let me tell you, but we were all willing to pay silly money for it, so it wasn't as stressful as it was with people who couldn't afford the expensive tickets. But yeah, seeing Paramore next year, also Area 11, who is the whole reason me and my friend John are even friends, so I'm very excited about that. And yeah, I don't listen to a lot of like new music. I don't even listen to a lot of music. I'll listen to the same 5 songs on repeat for like a month straight, and then I'll find something new and I'll listen to that for a month straight. I'm quite boring like that. But one of my favourite things to do if I'm going somewhere with someone on like a road trip in the car, I will make a Spotify blend with them. So I did it when we went to Milton Keynes. Me and Josh had a blend that we listened to on the way down to Milton Keynes. I did it for when me, Josh, Harriet, John went to see my chem, also not in Milton Keynes this time, in Warrington. Who even knows where Warrington is? But we did one for that, and then I've got one for me and my boyfriend for when we were in the car. I made one for when we went to Tropical World. Like, I am obsessed with blends, because my favourite thing when there's quite a few people in the car is to be like, oh, whose song's this? Who's this? Love it. Because sometimes it's me and I'm like, I've listened to this song once. Love it. Yeah. And then also gaming. I am a gamer. My favourite games are Animal Crossing. I've got Animal Crossing tattoos. Your boy loves Animal Crossing. Harvest Moon. I love the Harvest Moon games. They're re-releasing A Wonderful Life next year. Oh boy, am I excited. The Binding of Isaac, I love. Absolutely love it. Obsessed. Could just play for hours and die constantly. I think my current win streak's about -10. But we move. And then Stardew Valley. I love Stardew Valley. I've done loads of Stardew Valley cross stitching. You can see on my Instagram. I've got the book and I got the kit as well, which came with a few like extra patterns. And I just love it. I love cozy games. You can probably tell I'm not really a big like first person shooter kind of person. I love games. I'll play anything. But my favourite genre is definitely cozy. Like farming simulators, life simulators. Just love to simulate the life that I would love to live. Where I get up at 6 a.m, go to bed at 2 a.m. because I've been fishing all day. Fishing minigames are the best minigames in any game. And that is a hill I am fully willing to die on. Fishing minigames are the best minigames. I love it. I don't know why. They could be the most tedious thing in the world and I'll be like, this is amazing. 10 out of 10. This is AAA gaming. But yeah, so if you hate fishing minigames, please, you can pay me £10 an hour to fish in video games for you. I got Unpacking on Saturday. Oh boy, 10 out of 10. It took me like maybe 4 hours, 3 hours to finish, but oh, let me tell you, it was a good time. It was such a good time. I'm gonna go back and get all the achievements and then I'll be done with it. It was on sale for like £10, so I don't really mind. It's quite a short game, but oh, it's so cute. You basically unpack the boxes and it goes through like their lives and you arrange their room and stuff. It's like all of the good things about The Sims, decorating houses. Amazing. But yeah, I will play anything. I'm probably going to do more gaming themed cross stitches in the future. I've got a few ideas of what I want to do. Don't really watch a lot of TV or anything. Like I've watched Bee and Puppycat recently and I absolutely loved it. I want to do all the Bee and Puppycat designs, but other than that, I don't really watch a lot of TV. And yeah, so if you're only interested in crafty things, you probably stopped watching ages ago, but I'm about to do my life update, so if you're going to stop watching now, thank you for watching. I hope you did 100 stitches. If you did, comment below. And I'm going to go into my life update. So, it was Halloween, like 8 days ago. Here's a picture of me in my Halloween costume. I went to see the band Waster. That's W-S-T-R. Waster. It was a good time. I felt disgusting the whole time, but I still had a great time. It was a sweaty venue, let me tell you, but I had a great time. And then I had the rest of the week off work because I always book at least a week off work for Halloween because it's Halloween. So I spent a lot of time with my boyfriend. I did a lot of cleaning. I've actually got a video coming up possibly next week where I clear out my craft supplies because I've got tons of craft supplies of crafts that I've just given up on, so I just need to edit that and you will see me go through that and just talk about my life and craft, my relationship with crafting, I guess. But I'm very excited for you to see that. I didn't really do a whole lot exciting. People keep being like, oh, what'd you do for your week off? And I'm like, tidied my room. Did a lot of cross stitching. Obviously I did those 2 finishes. Went to see Waster. So like I didn't really do loads, but it felt productive. Like I've got quite a bit of cleaning done. I've got like 2 big bags to go to the charity shop. It was a good time. The other day I did 500 stitches in one day, which is the most I've ever done. I've worked it out and I can probably do about 2 stitches a minute now, which is not bad. Like I do like, and then rather than, so it's not exactly accurate, but you know, if you work out, it's like that, 2 stitches a minute ish. But yeah, we've had a pretty productive couple of weeks, to be honest. We won the quiz again the week before Halloween. I don't remember if I mentioned that in my last video because I feel like I filmed that the next day. But we went to a quiz where we pretty much always win because we're geniuses or something. I don't know. But it was a really good time seeing all my friends hanging out. And yeah, I am very excited to hopefully have another finish to show you next time, in like 2 weeks time. Hopefully next Wednesday you will get the craft supply clear out, and I also have another idea for a non-Flosstube video to come your way, which will probably be after the next Flosstube, but I haven't decided yet. And I'm rambling, so I'm gonna go. Comment below if you did 100 stitches while watching this video, and let me know if you've done any Heaven and Earth designs, if you have any tips, who your favourite designer is. I love Amy Stewart, to be honest. I love all the colours, but if you've got any you think that I would like, comment below. I also looked at Gecko Rouge, but slightly less that I like from them, but I'm going to have another look through. But comment your favourite designer on Heaven and Earth designs if you've done any Heaven and Earth designs, because they are like the magnum opus, aren't they? They're like big boys, so I'm very excited to start it, but it is a bit daunting. I'll probably maybe make that my birthday start. My birthday's in July, so then I'll have 5 months to get it done. I haven't decided yet, but it's coming, you know? I'm getting there. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, press the bell if you want. I usually post on Instagram when I upload my videos, so it'll be on my story and possibly also on the grid, but I usually post there when I post, so you'll probably see it regardless. Thank you to everyone who is like returning and watching all my videos. I love you. I've made a playlist. Ooh. So if you've missed my previous videos, then I'll link the playlist in the description, or you can go onto my channel. It's the only playlist I have, and you can watch my previous Flosstubes. And just, yeah, thank you, and I will see you in either a week's time or 2 weeks time, depending on whether I get this other video edited as well. Thank you. Hopefully I'll have a finish for you next time. Have a wonderful week. Keep stitching. I'd suck at outros. Bye.